and welcome back to the next episode of How to Build Like a Pro. So, I was thinking about this, and I am actually going to go through two things today. One I will label as EP2A, which is going to be the first part of this video, which is going to be actually building your canopy, your realistic canopy. And then along with that, with 2B, we're going to go and I'm going to show you how to make realistic wings. Now, I'm not too sure how long this video will be. Hopefully it won't be too long. If it is, feel free to skip to the parts that you're interested in, and if I'm smart enough, I'll have it in timestamps below. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start with making our fuselage, and first of all, to make that fuselage, we're going to need to make, to use the fuselage blocks over here. So, last episode we went through the different properties of the fuselage block, and just how we can augment it to our liking. And if you guys remember in last episode, you could make a simple canopy by just using these hollow fuselage blocks and just cutting into them. So I'm gonna do just that. One thing I'm gonna do as well is I always do this because I find that white, this kind of tone of white is too much for my eyes, so I tone it down just so you guys can also see it way better. Next thing I'm actually gonna do is for the first time, we're gonna go to Cockpit Basic. We get the flight computer. It's this little thing, and we're actually gonna set it as primary. We don't need this anymore. Okay, now we've got sort of the basics. Now it's gonna be just thinking about what we're gonna base this plane on. Now, I'm feeling like a prop plane right now. So, I'm thinking maybe like something like a World War II kind of. Ooh, let's make it like a World War II racing plane. Kind of like how you see those. What do you call it? The Banshee, the P-51 Banshee, or like the Super. Is it the Tempest? I'm not too sure. I'll have to fact check. But, anyways, enough blabbering around. I am gonna start with this. I will like sort of time lapse parts, just because all of this is sort of repetitive. So yeah, I'm probably gonna start time lapse now because this is things that you kind of learned-ish last episode. Okay, so one thing. So we've made like our basic kind of like hole over here, and now what we're gonna do next is, for the first time, you're gonna go to Cockpit Interior, and you're gonna select any of the seats. So because the plane we're gonna be using is gonna be something like kind of more simplistic. It's not like this where you would use like a jet or something. And we're gonna go use a basic seat. And for now, I also want you guys to get a basic or modern frame. Now I'm gonna get a basic frame and slide it down there. Make sure it's centered, 0, and make sure it's not showing anything. Now I am aware that you guys can use your custom frames, but for now, I'd say just play around with these. And I can see it's actually a bit too big, so what I'm gonna do is go to my parts and properties. I could actually make it maybe slightly bigger. How about that? That should work, yeah. And then we're gonna make sure that this is connected by using the attachment editor. We're gonna select the bottom. We're gonna select this block, put it at the top. Awesome sauce. Okay, so now we're gonna put our seat inside if we can. It's not centered, but once again, we can always center this thing like this. Boom, add 0, boom, and voila. Now, I think should be it. That looks like the right position to be in. So maybe just a bit forward. And I've also noticed that the camera is not there. So this is a thing that you might find kind of annoying, but basically, right, when you select the seat and you start moving it around, it's not directly connected to the seat itself. So you always need to put connected parts on, and you know, this always gets me, but that's I kind of get why it's not connected, because you can always, you have the opportunity to just disconnect it and move the camera around, since it's also like a separate part. So you actually need to be a bit lower than that. See here? Yep, that seems to be good. Make it a bit taller, and boom. That seems to be a good frame so far. So after that, you're going to be wondering, what about the windows, because we're not going to make it open top, because open top is not aerodynamic. So what we're going to do is I might just change this into, oh, hold up, there's so many things going on. One thing I will show you just real quick that you guys will appreciate is if you press add section, right, and you just realize that, oh, hey, actually I don't want this to be hollow, I actually want this to be a regular fuselage block. Well, what you can do is, I'm just going to get a regular fuselage block and go to overload, and you see the part type says fuselage body 1. I'm going to control copy that, and I'm going to take it out. Then I'm going to go here, go to overload, and see how is this fuselage hollow. Actually, I can just put down body, press submit, and as you can see, it has changed into fuselage. However, as you can see, part type has been changed. All connections are destroyed. So you want to go ahead, click this, add connection, and put it back again. Or just, you know, just do that. Either way works. So, I can see that I'm actually going to go, just me being picky here, don't mind me. That'll work. Okay, so we will go ahead and actually start with the hollow glass fuselage, and that will be the start of the canopy. Now, a lot of people, including me, have found that it's really hard to do at first, but over time it will get easier, I promise. So first things first, we're going to take that bottom fill, and we're going to go ahead and, how do I do this? It's been a while since I played. And then depending on whether you want it curved or circular, I do suggest you could use curved or circular, unless you're building something like a VF109, which I'm pretty sure uses smooth, somewhere around that jazz. But never hard. You don't really see a hard, like, fuselage block unless it's like, I don't know, like, comment down any examples you can just think of that uses like kind of like a hard texture for glass. I can never see that happening. Anyways, we're gonna place this here, and just don't be afraid to just like mess things up. It's just really, for the most part, it is trial and error, especially when you're not using a blueprint like this one. Like if you're making your own plane, you're not really using a blueprint. It's just doing whatever you think of. And as you can see, that happened there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Control Z that, and I'm actually going to not do that yet. Make it rise here, and I'm gonna make it slightly like this, just so it looks like it starts off like that. And now I need to think about how World War II planes had like a kind of, I guess this would be one of the times you would use smooth, because they would have like kind of like a bulletproof kind of glass, I guess. As you can tell, I am pretty much lost for words. I have little to no brain cells left. And this thing keeps moving on me. So I'm gonna go 0, boom, and boom. Oh, one other thing is that there will be frames, but we will leave that part out just for now. Oh, and as you can see, it kind of looks like a jet canopy. I will fix that. It's mainly because the bottom fill is more than 50%, so I will put it to 50%, and we'll work from there. Alright, just one quick thing. If you're gonna add a frame or a canopy for this, don't forget to just add little sections where you'll just like put the frames, really. So I'd put this like maybe 0.1. That seems about right. And we will convert these into hollow fuselage blocks later on. Huh, okay. Bit of a doozy there. So, OBS decided that it will cut out, so I have redone everything. So, what I was going to say is I'm actually going to paint this. Paint this here, paint this there, and those will be our starting frames. I'm actually also just going to add one teeny tiny one here. 0.1, don't even notice. And we'll just blend it in, I guess. If it even goes there in the first place. It's... Okay, and welcome back. So, if you've noticed that there was a slight kind of cut, I think OBS stopped recording on me. But however, it's because this video is already past 16 minutes long. So, I am gonna do that. As you can see, I have changed it blue, changed the thing to blue, the thing being glass color. and I've just marked out the frames here. And that should be your simple canopy done. We will be adding stuff later on in the next few episodes, but right now we just need to flesh out the whole design. So this will be a starting point. Yeah, I'm pretty happy how this turned out. I think this will be like something like, I guess, where the fuel tank is going to be first, and I don't know, it's pretty spacious. How about we just try it out real quick, see how it goes. Yeah, pretty spacious, I guess. We're gonna need to change the opacity. The reason why it seems slightly darker but this one's lighter is because I think the opacity of this is different, or the paint's different. But you know what? I am happy with that. Sweet. Okay, so I might just leave it here, mainly because I know I said that I was gonna do everything all in one video, but I might actually just leave it here for episode 2A, and we're gonna start episode 2B in a short while, and I will go ahead and leave some moments of just fleshing out the whole fuselage again. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and just start fleshing things out. Actually, I'm gonna I am just thinking so much. Oh my gosh. Okay, what I'm gonna do actually is gonna finish the whole fuselage just so it's finished for our next episode. So okay, so, and I've now done this bit here, and now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna make it more, I guess, look good a bit more. I guess. Oh my gosh, I am way too tired for this. Anyhow, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start using hollow fuselage from this point, because we're actually gonna cover up this engine just so it looks like a kind of more refined, kind of like your own style of engine. So finally we're on stage that we all want to see, and covering this engine, and that's slightly gonna be simple-ish. There you go, and just rounding it off. And just to add a little touch to that, what I'm gonna do, get this nose here, straight, and we're gonna supposedly a section here, decrease it a bit more, So I add this here, but we're gonna put this inside. Right there. Sure, we can put that there. And we can decrease the Y. And just so it doesn't fully overlap, we're gonna go like this. And that's slightly a bit too much. So what I'm also gonna do is, if I can get this block here. Seems like I can. So here's one other thing that I will show you guys. You guys can actually press H, and it hides the part there for you. And now I can't click it anymore. So what you can do is, I'm pretty sure there's like, there you go. So if you want to hide something, press H. If you want to conceal it but still interact with it, press Control H. And if you want to clear everything, Control H again, and part concealment will be set to none, unless you press Control H again. But if you do Control Shift H, then the hidden part list is cleared and nothing will be hidden anymore. However, I still need that to be hidden, so we're gonna go with this. Is that backwards or is it forwards? I cannot tell. It's this way. Okay. Also, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna go Control Shift H. Control Shift H. There you go. And that is a more refined looking engine. What do you guys think about that? Amazing. And now we're just gonna start off with the tail section, which is gonna be easy peasy. Okay, that section, and we're actually gonna make it circular from here on out. Do that. Do that. Rise. Rise. Make this just a bit bigger. Here you go. And we're actually gonna start closing off from here. Make this rise maybe 1.5. This. Make this just a bit longer. Maybe actually increase the height of this and decrease the rise of this here. Increase the rise. Decrease the rise. And that section. What are we doing on time? 17. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing. So, if you want to give me some peace, please like, subscribe, and supposedly I'll see you on the next episode if you guys are still interested. That will be our plane for today. Looking very good looking plane. Just actually gonna quickly go this, no, more, better. And you know what? I'm very happy with this. And that will be your tutorial for pretty much a basic canopy, basic cockpit, and basic fuselage working, I guess. Alright, I'll see you guys in a wee bit for episode 2B. Bye!